Good morning. Hi, I'm Sarah Peasley, hand knitter. I am coming to you live from the corner studio, which is not as nice and neat as it looked last week, and that's okay. Things are in progress. Well, in progress as far as I'm still moving things around, so that's okay, right? That's okay. Let me put this here, put this here. That's good. Center myself so it looks like I'm looking at you, which I want to be, but you're not really here. Okay. Hi. So, this is what happens when you don't condition your hair. Um, Hi, Nancy. You're in you RIL, real in life. You're in real life today. In real life, IRL. Hey, now I can see me. Oh boy. So we got a lot of fiddly stuff to do today. The good news is, so I've been, and I apologize if I repeat, but I have no idea what I said last week. I already forgot. Oh, somebody asked me recently at work if the changes to this house were going to be done by the end of the year. And I said, oh, sure. And then I went, wait a minute. It's already the middle of November. No, they're not. And then I was sad again. But I decided that we're not going to have boxes upstairs in the holiday season, or most of the holiday season. So I've been taking boxes downstairs. I've been unpacking boxes, even though I don't have anywhere to put things. I'm finding places anywhere, that too. Anyway, it's all good. And then I won't have as much to unpack later. I'll just have to rearrange everything. But I have a full basement. It's very full right now, let me tell you. Like I have a full basement, not in the sense of full of boxes, but now it's getting more and more full, as in the sense of boxes. I needed to, I didn't need to. Well, I needed to. I wanted to help a friend who was looking for small amounts of fingering weight, Tweety woolly yarn, woolen spun. And I'm like, I have some. I have a lot of jumper weight Shetland and in some with tweeds in them, and I should lend you those. So all the boxes labeled yarn were in the studio, taped up, cardboard boxes. I'm going to take my pills. And so I opened them until I found all the ones that said, well, I opened all of them until I found all the ones that said Shetland as opposed to fingering, because that's another whole collection. And I found all the Shetland and I took it to her and she picked some out, and now everybody's happy because I opened some yarn. The Shetland's probably my most favoritist yarn, the jumper weight Shetland, which I wouldn't have told you. I would have said I don't know, but somebody said, why do you have so much Shetland? What are you saving it for? Hold on. Think about that. And in my head, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? There's a meme. Well, it wasn't really how dare you, but a knitter said it to me. And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm going to use it for. It's just like all my little pet bunnies that I'm just keeping around me so that I'm happy and they're well taken care of. But there's a meme going around somewhere that I've seen at least, 18 times that is someone asks, what are you going to do with all that yarn? And they say it's all possibilities or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, look for it. Next time you see it, look for it. Because that makes sense. So yeah, a little messier. I moved the printer over, so now you can't see outside. I could put it. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, so I could put it over here. Then I'd be in front of it. That would be good. But I did that because I'm covering up all that crap. Ha ha! You didn't know it was there, did you? It's the same view, Tammy. It's just I'm owning the messiness of the house these days. So yeah, so there's that exciting news. I found that in a box labeled yarn, and that is something I was looking for to use as a purse, and it bought it as a knitting thing. Um, and there's a project in there that's partially done. So I found a project. So very exciting. And um, I'm reverse Marie Kondoing. I am putting things where they're going to go. So like office stuff is all here. So there's, you know, nope, office stuff, office stuff, office stuff, office stuff. And then I'm thinking of putting, if I can manage it, this is a 5x7 ruggable and the thing that goes under it with a white thing stuck to it. Or is that on my screen? Nope. Oh, gosh. Yep, it's stuck in there. Um, which I'm thinking of putting under here because 5x7 would be nice instead of, I have cotton blankets and acrylic blankets and knockdown boxes and a corner of an actual rug. So I was thinking of putting down a rug to make it a little more homey because no cardboard boxes, right? Okay, so. Oh, one more. I went out to breakfast yesterday and realized halfway there that I hadn't taken my pills. So now I'm trying to take them right away, which is now because, of course, I slept in. So that's done. I'll put my scrunchie on my hand. I have the computer glasses on. Um, yeah, so I'll show you. So progress here. Uh, oh, I told you I'm opening boxes, and there are two. I'll call them closets, cabinets in this house that are weird that were here when I bought the house. They're built-ins, and I'm going to fill them with stuff from boxes that will go somewhere else later. But for now, I can put things in them, even though they're not going to remain here forever. So that's exciting news. Here oh, um, that's exciting news. I already forget what exciting news I just told you. The the other house, there's nothing going on except I don't have to pay for the foundation repairs out of pocket. That's part of the whole um, seller buyer thing. So that made me feel better. I mean, I'll pay for it eventually, but not like I don't have to write a check for it. Um, so yay. So on that side, I don't know. It's about the same. It still had this. My couch and my ottoman are still at the old house because I don't have anywhere to put them here. There's just, even when I make room, there's not going to be room. Um, so that's the status of that house. This house. Oh, did I tell you my latest? Why don't we do this? Since we're tearing down some walls in my bedroom, I'm going to replace. I personally am going to replace the creepy. My bedroom. The both bedrooms used to be so creepy. In my opinion. Just I walked in and like, these aren't my rooms. These are somebody else's rooms. I want them to be my rooms. So the pocket door, it's a pocket, it's a sliding, um, two-part sliding, or at least mirrored closet door track sliding thing. I don't know if there's actually a second piece because it's a pocket door, it turns out. I mean, it's not, but the piece slides into basically a pocket. And we're going to take that out since we're tearing that wall down on both sides anyway and replace it with a barn door, a slidey barn door, which I don't I don't know why they're called barn doors. I mean, I guess barn doors slide. I've never seen a sliding barn door, but I'm not really a farm girl either, so I'm sure it's a thing, but it'll be a nice slide, one panel slidey thing. So that'll be nice. And then that room's going to be amazing. I mean, it's already amazing. It's full of light. The cats like it there. Ugh. Guess what? I got something in my eye. And yay. So there's that. Um so let's just add more things. Uh project wise, I think that's all the updates. Project wise, I found that one. I'm not going to share that with you today. My thingy, well, I'll just show you the hands view. It's kind of messy. Put my face in there. I didn't put the gray thing down because, frankly, I didn't want to move all this crap. I mean, I do, but it was going to be a lost cause pretty much. So I'm going to get rid of me. So look what I figured out. I have two of these things that spin. Oh, this is part of my tree. Hold on. How's that? Okay. So I have here. At the shop, they're called Yarn Buddies. And they're made out of different woods. And I don't know. This says... Wait. I don't know what it is. It says stuff on the bottom. 6518 and SW. Is there an SW wood? SW wood. Anyway, for an outside pull ball, if you don't want things to get all tangled up, and by that I mean I'm carrying two yarns, together, and so now I can pull them. Look at that. And they don't tangle. And then I had another one. This one's very lethal. And holding these two yarns together also, and ditto. This one doesn't have the fun ball bearing noise. Did you hear the ball bearing noise? Not on that one. Anyway. Quiet. So that helps me wrangle 4 balls of yarn, 2 and 2. And then I just try to keep the greens on one side and the pinks on the other. And they are on either other sides. So here's where we are. I am way more than halfway done. Isn't that exciting? It does not match what I'm wearing today, but who cares? Oh, it does over here, though. So if we remember, it's groups of 10 garter stitch ridges. So 9 pink, 1 green, 9 pink, 1 green, 9 1, 8 2, 8 2, 8 2, 8 2, 7 3, 7 3, 6 4, 6 4, 5 5, 5 5. 4 6 4 6, and I'm on 3 7. So it'll be 3 7 3 7 2 8 2 8 1 9 1 9. I don't know, because and maybe another 1 9, and maybe we'll end with 1. I don't know. No, I don't know. It's not exactly symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. That's what we call it. Nancy. I have one of those I got at camp one year. I love it. It's one of those things I'm like, I don't need that, but I bought the first one because it made the ball bearing sound. And I love that ball bearing sound. I'm getting a lot of wire noise. Sorry. Wonder why today. That's better. Yeah, I literally bought it because it made the ball bearing noise and I could just spin it. But it really does help your yarns from kinking if you're pulling up from a center pull. And you can just let it unspin, but this prevents it from doing that at all. Not center pull, Sarah. Outside pull. If you're pulling from the outside but straight up, it's gonna, do its thing. So this lets it unreel, so it's not twisted, as over twisted or under twisted. twisted more or twisted less. And I still didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. I'll give up trying on that one. And then because I'm carrying green with green, it's nice to be able to unreel them. Okay, that's not coming very nicely. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. There. And you know what? It took me like a split second to realize that they need to roll in the same direction. I did figure that out really fast, like before I actually knit anything. So that's where we are. This side is decreasing one stitch every three. The repeat is 6 rows, but sorry, the shaping repeat is 6 rows and the color repeat is 10 rows. So I would have written the pattern in a different manner, but I'm doing okay because I'm me. But it's working out fine. It's not wrong. It's just the information is presented in a different order than I would have presented it, I believe. Sometimes I think that and I go to rewrite something and I'm like, nope, they had it the first time. So this little side is going down to 10 stitches every 6 rows or 3 ridges. It goes down 1 stitch. And this side is going down to 10 stitches every 3 ridges. It goes down 3 stitches. Nope. Yep. So somewhere I have, because the directions for this set of 6 rows are on 2 pages on the pattern, I wrote them down here, so they're on 1 page. So old school visual aid. And then also on my iPad where I have the pattern, I didn't print it out. I mean, I could just go whoop whoop to get to the 2 pages that the 6 rows are on, but that was sometimes the old school pen and paper work. So on the file on the iPad, I use an app called Goodreader, which is not the same as Goodreads, that I got a long time ago, and I can make a copy and annotate the PDF with a line for the chart that I can move up and down, or notes or whatever. And I have a little list of what the stitch counts should be on each side at the end of each 6-row repeat that I calculated in my little pea brain and put there so that I can double check, because that's something that's missing from the pattern is stitch counts until you get to the very end of your 4 6 4 6 3 7 3 7 2 8 2 8, and then it gives you stitch counts. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to wait that long before I find out if I messed up. Here's something for you. A cat butt. For your enjoyment, for your viewing pleasure, we have cat butt. Okay, so I think we're caught up on 2 houses and the knitting project. I did start the second ball of the Candy Girl felted tweed, and I have another ball of the apple. I'm not going to be using very much of the second ball of either, but that's okay because I love that yarn. But I have a little version of these baskets that my friend Rita gave me when she as part of a housewarming gift. So built in, all of a sudden I had a knitting bag because, all my stuff's still packed. The projects are in furniture, a cedar chest and a big old trunk. So those aren't boxes, so they're not going to be unpacked. So now this is almost done. It's just going faster and faster. And I can work on this one The mirror is getting me today. I can work on this one. That's actually part of a class I'm teaching. I've got 2 people in that class, and they're both ready to continue, and so am I. So um, we'll see about continuing. Uh, yeah. And I thought what we could do with the remainder of our time here today, not on Earth, but is oh, well, I accidentally bought some yarn. I can show you that. In earlier live streams, I showed you a project I was working on that is not finished. It just needs to have the ends woven in, I believe, and be blocked. And it's in the trunk, which is right there on the other side. That's on its it's latched on its side and shrink wrap, not in that order, but I'm not opening that. There's no room to do that. The Starsky sweater. Do you remember the Starsky sweater? It used some 2 yarns, wow. One of them was Noro Ito, and the other was Noro Sock Solo, meaning basically one color. That's what they were. Wow, I forgot about the Sock Solo one. And the idea for the stitch pattern of the sweater came from a pattern by Cornelia Tuttle Hamilton. I'm back on track now. Accidental yarn purchases are fun, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, I don't have any yarn. I didn't just unpack all my yarn yesterday. Yep. So, and I know Cornelia from having taught places with her and talked with her some. So, I'm on her newsletter list. So she has maintained, I don't know her history, but she has maintained 2 residences, one here in the US and one in Sweden. And she moves back and forth or goes back and forth between them. And when she's here in the US, she's been selling off her yarn line that apparently lives in the US as well. So she's been having nice sales on her yarn. And there's one of them that I know I've shown you, but probably a couple years ago, is called a Freddo Sita. So it's a DK weight silk mohair, or yeah, I'm going to say silk mohair, like Kid Silk Haze, but DK weight. And I bought one of every color, and then I bought one of every color, and then I made this surf and turf scarf from Jill. From Knitterella. Zelinsky, from Jill Zelinsky. See how those brain cells just pop up and say hi? That's what sobriety does for you folks. Yep. So that is in, that scarf is here. I don't have my scarves packed so I can wear them. And I made that, and then I love that yarn so much that I bought the next time it was on sale. I bought a whole bunch of the cobalt blue to make something with. I don't know. So now it's 60% off, by the way. Look up Cornelia Tuttle Hamilton. I'll type her name, but I'm not going to. Oh, let's do the thing, Sarah. Let's type Cornelia Tuttle Hamilton, and I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click on. Do I want to click on that? No. Whoop. Yes. Wait. Hold on. Well, I don't think it says. Anyway, let's go back to the front page. So it's possible anyway, this all of her yarn is 60% off. Watch for that, or get on her newsletter list real quick so that you can see when it is. But here's the link. I'll show you what I accidentally bought the other day because she sent the newsletter saying, hey, everything's 60% off. So I had already bought one of each color of the. Yep, she's been a neuro designer for a long time. Tammy has one of her neuro books. I would guess there's more than one. Maybe if I don't, I don't have her neuro book. Um, but I got this yarn. That's what color it is. It's called Avocado, and it's silk, and it's cat butt. Oh, and I didn't turn on my light, but that's okay. So it's silk, and it's plied, and it's fingering weight. So that means it has structure to it. And she had 8 skeins, and so I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now she doesn't have any. So I helped her out by buying all of this yarn, and I will make something out of it. I'm picturing a long, I don't know how much I have to figure out like quantities and swatching and sizes, but I'm picturing a loosely knit, drapey, long sweater to wear over a top and a skirt, or to wear over a dress or something. I bought that yarn. Very happy. I thought it would smell like silk, but it smells like vinegar. So there you go. That smell will wash away, and then it should smell like silk. So what I meant to do with the rest of our time is I have this basket I unearthed that it was packed flat between some things. Oh. There's nothing in there. Feels like there's something in there, but there's not. So I unpacked it, and here it is, and it's empty. And I also have, when I opened boxes of knitting or yarn, I found things like my needles. So those are going to go in there. And I thought I'd see what else I could find that could go in there in the time that we have. This is stuff that I don't need to have in. Oh, darning needles of various kinds and cable needles. So yes, I have prettier things to put these in, but this is how I packed because I could sort everything and it made me happy. So just shut up. Point protectors for double pointed needles. Tchotchkes. I don't need those right now. So those will go back in bowl. So this is the kind of box all my yarn is in. So now those are stacked in the basement, and that will be added to the list. I have a yarn gauge. That's important. Tape measures. I need a tape measure. My tape for marking rows, stitch markers. Here's the rest of the gauges. This was an important box, apparently. Socks that need to be darned. Darn! Stitch holders. Scissors. This is the good box. Sharpies. And then, besides a cat toenail, empty. So now I've emptied a box, and I have another one that can go downstairs. And I'm going to put these things that I don't need in this box. I pulled out the socks. Just shove them. No, they could go in that other box. Okay. So now I've taken care of a box and a basket. And I have my little folding basket over here with, I almost forgot to put my notes in with my project. I have my folding lantern moon basket that is now full of things. As life goes on here in Okemos, I will I'm going to just pitch these into that empty basket. Pitch. I will put those into nicer things because eventually I'll have a studio that I can move into and have all the pretty vases and boxes and things that I had before. So now my desktop it's still messy over there. There's still a cat butt, don't get me wrong. And part of my tree, Mr. Mustache likes to chew on my tree when he's thinking that it's time to eat, but it never is when he's chewing on my tree. So I've learned to leave it alone because he'll stop if I don't freak out. If I freak out, he'll do it more. So that's it. That's what I have for you today. I gave you updates. I tempted you to buy yarn. Um, Most of what she has silk in it. Maybe all of what she has silk in it. She has like, oh, I already closed the window. She has like half a dozen or so yarns. Buy them so that she doesn't have to, so she doesn't have them anymore. Did I say she's moving to Sweden full time? She's moving to Sweden full time. So that's why she's trying really hard to get rid of that yarn. So I helped her out. That box is empty on her end. Yep. So that's it from here. I will see you next week. I want to do the same thing. Sit here, not next week, but sit here and take care of all the piles of work things. I have more. I have lots more, but it won't fit over here now. So like each pile of the stuff I want to address and get rid of, or deal with. There you go. Not in front of you. That'll be really boring. So I will see you next week. Thanks for being here, and bye. Bye. By bye, I mean end stream.